Top of it, top of it, top of it. It's your boy, Coach One Stack, dropping y'all some videos, man. Can you dig what I'm saying, man? Hey, happy late birthday to your boy. And hey, man, we got Christmas coming up, man, so it's going to be some good things. We got Thanksgiving coming up to give thanks to, but we're going to give God thanks every day, especially for this video, man, because this is going to be a banger, y'all, because guess what, man, 50 Cent has exposed. See, Jay-Z is trying to eliminate Nicki Minaj in a real way. Can you dig it? He's trying to eliminate her. You dig? But before I get into this video, guys, do me a favor. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, right? Like the video. Make sure you share this. Make sure you send a comment on this video, because this is a kind of weird one, y'all. And a lot of people don't even know this kind of stuff exists. But not only am I going to show you guys a video like I always do, but I'm going to prove it to you as well. So we got, I had to even take some notes, man. I've been taking notes for my videos so I can give y'all the right info. And remember, I don't do no clickbaiting and stuff. I do my videos off of good videos that I watch and people send me, and I do my own research. So we got Jay-Z planning to eliminate Nicki Minaj. Now, how is he trying to do that? By a conservatorship. A conservatorship is basically, in a nutshell, it's almost like being a guardian over someone's estate, right? It's almost like a power of attorney. See, these people, these rich people, have a way of basically taking over your whole life like they did Wendy Williams. See, what a conservatorship is like, they will get you sent to the doctor and make it seem like you are crazy, that you are schizophrenic, you're bipolar, and you're all these things, and that somebody needs to look over you and look after your money because you're unable to do it to yourself. If you don't believe me, you will be able to ask Michael Jackson, who was under one. He passed away. You had Britney Spears, who was over one. And now they're trying to put Nicki Minaj over one. Oh, no, my bad. Wendy Williams is over one. See, Wendy Williams, if you haven't seen Wendy Williams, y'all need to go look her up, because when she was with her husband, hey, man, everything was all good. But as you see, when he left her, she went halfway crazy. And now he has control over all her money. Like, if you ain't seen Wendy Williams, man, y'all need to go pull up Wendy Williams, because she is halfway crazy, out of her mind. And these rich people take that and they put their attorneys involved, they put their doctors involved, and they get control of your estate, meaning your moolah. And this is exactly what they trying to do to Nicki Minaj. This is what Jay-Z is trying to do. See, man, the game is chess, not checkers. And these rich people, they do stuff in a way that the average poor person wouldn't understand. See, the average poor person will go rob a store for $100, but a person getting a conservatorship, they basically proving that you crazy so they can have control over your hundreds of millions or billions of dollars. You dig? But 50 Cent exposed it. So Jay-Z been trying to get this done, and he's been trying to get this done by saying that, getting his doctors and attorneys to say that Nicki Minaj suffers from bipolar, schizophrenic, so they can run her empire. You dig what I'm saying? But 50 Cent was the one that told Nicki Minaj about this and really put her up on game, because it's going to get even deeper. See, Nicki Minaj, see, this all came about when Nicki Minaj went at Gucci Mane and Gucci Mane's wife, Keisha, man, when they were on Charlamagne's show. You see, but what y'all don't know about Nicki Minaj, and a lot of people's problem with Nicki Minaj, is that she don't give Gucci credit. And see, Gucci Mane's wife, what her big thing is, she was like, nobody gives Gucci credit. So in case y'all didn't know any of this, just so y'all know, Nicki Minaj came from Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane discovered Nicki Minaj, but you never hear her talk about him. Gucci Mane, he discovered the Migos, right? He discovered French Montana. He discovered Young Thug, but you never hear them talk about them. But you will hear the Migos talk about it, but he actually discovered them. And so Gucci Mane's wife was tired of him not getting any credit and went at Nicki Minaj in a bad way. And this is how all this stuff got started to begin with. You dig? So, Jay-Z apparently has a doctor on the payroll. He has a doctor on the payroll that diagnoses people with illnesses, right? And they will start accusing them of committing crimes. And I'm going to press pause right there, okay? Because, see, with Jay-Z, if you pay attention and you hear all these stories about how Beyonce is on medication, he has her on medication, and she's crazy, and she's out of her mind, and she was attending the Diddy parties, and she was doing everything he said, you dig? This is that type of thing, a conservatorship. See, and it's easier if you're married to get your wife on one of these because you're going to constantly feed her medication, lead her to believe she's crazy. And guess what? You control the money. Can you dig it? So now, here's the thing. They're going to have a hard time doing this because Nicki Minaj is married. So if she was to be proven, crazy, mentally ill, couldn't take care of herself, couldn't take care of funds, then her husband automatically, because that's her husband, he gets to run shit. But because her husband has this lengthy criminal record and is a sex offender, see, what Jay-Z is going to try to do is prove him incompetent of running her $100 million empire so that he can get a hold of it. So Jay-Z himself wouldn't get it. It would be the attorneys that Jay-Z have hired to rule over her estate. That means that they can dip and dab into her money anytime they want to. Because Nicki Minaj just caught some of her people stealing from her, and they're trying to play her like she's crazy. See, it's kind of like what's going on in this world. They're trying to play everybody like they're crazy when they're actually telling the truth. Can you dig it? But check this out. Wendy Williams was the first one that they did this with, right? Wendy Williams was the first. Michael Jackson and Britney Spears. But hold up, stand by, because I told you I got a video for you, and I want you guys to watch it, man. I want you guys to watch this video and really get some info up out of it. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it.
Jay-Z right now because 50 Cent just went off on him after he was exposed for trying to put Nicki Minaj in a conservatorship. And honey, all I have to say is Nicki better be careful, else she'll be the next Wendy Williams. Apparently, Roc Nation have allegedly already set their plan in motion to get doctors to diagnose Nicki Minaj with multiple mental health illnesses, including bipolar and schizophrenia, so they can get her locked up in a facility and run her down financially. Word on the street is 50 Cent already knew about this, and he's actually the one who informed Nicki that Roc Nation was allegedly doing this. Nicki thought these folks were trying to replace her with other female rappers, when the whole time their plan was to eliminate her completely. This mess came up a few days ago when Nicki got into it with Charlemagne and Gucci's wife Keisha Kaur over some comments she made during her appearance on The Breakfast Club.
I would like all of them, to acknowledge him, even if they win an award, acknowledge him because he gave you the stomping ground.
Mm-hmm. Most people don't know Nicki Minaj came out of that camp. French Montana came out of that
all
camp.
of
Most
them.
people don't know half those people. We know, but most people don't know that.
Migos, Thug.
Yeah. Like most people
Because they don't say it.
Keisha and The Breakfast Club were better off not bringing Nicki up, because if they didn't do this, we would have never got the tea about what Roc Nation is allegedly trying to do to her. Nicki jumped on X within minutes of the interview going viral, and she said, Gucci wife has been trying to be me for years, been dying for the spotlight for years. She's there to keep Gucci sedated. Charlemagne the Fraud is Jay-Z friend and business associate, using heart radio for these disgusting ploys against innocent families. He was around Wendy before her life went to hell. The buck stops here, baby. Bookmark this tweet. Y'all really do not understand who I really am. Bring it. Let's play. Y'all wanted attention? Let's do it. LAPD, where's the evidence of my home being swatted with a toddler inside 4 times? Drawn. This was the first time she was bringing up Wendy Williams in any of her rants, so that really caught people's attention. She was basically insinuating that Charlemagne was sent to go into Wendy's life and help some higher-ups destroy her. This was a shock to people, because Nicki and Wendy didn't have a good relationship prior to Wendy being sick, so the fact that she spoke up for Wendy had people wondering if there's more to the story than she was telling. That's when Tasha K stepped into the chat and spilled all the tea. Tasha claims that the reason Nicki brought up Wendy is because Roc Nation is allegedly trying to do her like they did Wendy. Apparently, they have some doctors on payroll to diagnose Nicki with mental health issues she doesn't actually have, so they can get her into a conservatorship and eliminate her for good. According to Tasha, the reason Roc Nation hasn't done this yet is because Nicki is married, which means in the case of a conservatorship, Ken will automatically be in charge of her finances, not some random court-appointed guardian. And this checks out, because all celebrities who have successfully been put into conservatorship were not married. But here's the kicker. Roc Nation has allegedly decided to start a smear campaign against Kenneth by spreading lies about him stealing from Nicki's, so that when they finally make a move to get her in a conservatorship, Ken will be flagged as unqualified to manage Nicki's money. And I mean, this man has a record for multiple crimes, so creating a narrative that he shouldn't be trusted with hundreds of millions of dollars isn't going to be very hard.
This is not something that is like a conspiracy theory. This shit actually happens. But if they're able to separate Nicki and Kenny, that makes Nicki vulnerable, because your husband is your power of attorney. Your husband is your signator on all of your accounts in the event anything goes wrong. Michael wasn't married. Britney Spears was married, but of course they control all of that. And so the mere fact that all these narratives are out about Kenny stealing this to buy chains and buy that, that's not what it is. It's like, you know, they got doctors that are giving out these diagnoses saying that she's schizophrenic and bipolar and all of this stuff. And then Kenny's now here. You know, she trusts Kenny. Of course, they've known each other since they were kids. Their families know each other. And so Kenny is just in the way. And so what do? You create narratives to try to separate, because if you separate, then you can divide and conquer. And so that's what it's about. You know, she's going into her latter years, and, you know, there's a lot of money on the line, and she's worth a lot, but Kenny is in the way. And so, yeah, I mean, look at what they're doing to Wendy Williams. Had Wendy would have still been with Kelvin, they wouldn't have been able to put her under a conservatorship because she has a husband.
If you was ever locked up in one,
Guys, it's crazy, ain't it? A whole conservatorship. You didn't know somebody could take over your life, did you?
So, you know, and like I said, there was only one that was accused of stealing. We're going to leave it at that. Okay?
Y'all gonna stop twisting my damn words. Nicki Minaj ain't got no schizophrenia. Let's be real. Most of us got a little bipolar and crazy in us, and that's facts. They tried to 5,150 Kanye for being bipolar. It's a mood disorder. Then turned around and attempted to seize his assets just because he was talking his ish. Meanwhile, Wendy Williams is sitting in a luxury hospital suite while her lawyers spend her money. Michael Jackson's gone, and Britney Spears had to flee the US to Mexico just to feel free after years under that conservatorship. What part don't y'all understand? This is a systemic industry takedown, meant to make her look incapable of managing her own money. And let's be clear, Kenny, the husband, is in the way. All this started after she tweeted about that damn COVID vaccine. Now, if y'all remember, Nicki made some posts some days ago that someone close to her was stealing her money. At the time, people thought it was Kenneth, but according to Tasha K, it was actually Nicki's former assistant Khadijah and her ex-bestie Ra Ali. Let drank up, shall we? Word on the curb is that Khadijah, Nicki's former assistant, done slid into a new position, Ra Ali's babysitter and side piece. Now listen, they say Ra swings both ways, and allegedly, Khadijah handed over Nicki's Apple ID, passwords, and login info straight to Ra. Next thing you know, credit card details were pulled, and the rest, history. Ra was history.
So earlier today, I talked about Nicki Minaj and all those fraudulent charges on her American Express card. Well, now all these old tweets from Cardi B are coming up. And by old tweets, I mean tweets from 2 weeks ago. But when she was beefing with Nicki on Twitter and they were talking about each other's kids, this one tweet kind of foreshadowed what's happening right now. So let's take a look. Quiet as kept, the truth is you've been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar for almost 9 years, and you also on heavy drugs, cocaine, perks, and Xanax. You don't listen to nobody around you. The only person that have the power is Kenneth Petty. But you know what happens with that Amex when you sedated. This is Cardi implying that Kenny Nicki Minaj's husband is the one running up her credit card bills. And because my timeline is so messy, this tweet came up right after that one. Kenneth Petty sneaking back in after crushing up a third Benadryl in her tacos. And it's Tom with a Hello Kitty Visa credit card just sneaking back in. Yeah, that was kind of funny. But again, people are saying that it was her ex-stylist who was using her credit card. So we'll find out.
Now, as for Nicki, she went back on X and posted these AI-generated videos of Jay-Z playing in Beyonce's closet with the caption, "I am your karma." Now, while all this was happening, word got around that Nicki got the tea about Roc Nation's alleged plans from 50 Cent. You see, 50 has been on Jay's neck ever since Diddy got incriminated because he's convinced that Jay and Diddy were working together. In fact, when Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy, 50 wasted no time in supporting her. He put up a post dragging Diddy for filth after he settled Cassie's lawsuit within 24 hours. He said, "He paid that money real quick. Should have done that before the sharks saw the blood in the water, and here they come in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Every woman he put his hand on." 50 followed it up by announcing that he was going to do a documentary on Diddy and bring out the truth about everything Diddy has been doing, as well as the people who have protected and helped him to carry out his depraved acts. He reposted an article about him developing a documentary on Diddy and captioned it, "I thought Diddy was a billionaire music mogul. If he's smart, he will file bankruptcy now." Anyone with real money knows why I'm saying that.
And that's what it is, man. People with real money know what's going on with this. See, it's ways to do things, and then there's ways to do things. See, like I said, a conservatorship. That is when the attorneys prove that you are incompetent to handle your own money. And guess what? Somebody works for the attorney. The attorney works for somebody. So that's the way of Jay-Z taking Nicki Minaj's fortune through an attorney. Man, I hope y'all like this video, man, because I put a lot of work into it, y'all. But hey, man, please like this video. You guys, man, let me get 200 comments and let me know if you think that Jay-Z is trying to take Nicki Minaj's place, and if you think Jay-Z has Beyonce in a conservatorship, because you know he has her sedated all the time, and that means he's able to spend her money as he wants to, because we know that he hasn't been making any money. You dig what I'm saying? Other than that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button. Make sure you like this video. Hit the like button. And remember, stay blessed, never stressed, getting plenty of rest, and don't ever get finessed. And stay the fuck out of trouble.